Have you ever faced a moment that changed everything? A loss, a new path, or an awakening that forced you to rewrite your life? Pivot Point is a podcast that explores those stories. I'm Nik Michael. We'll dive into how pain can spark growth and how crisis leads to clarity. Subscribe to Pivot Point today. Was there a particular moment when compassion, self-compassion, or for yourself helped you begin to heal? Was that a point there? Because we all talk about compassion and we know that as a concept, but to really, for many, having compassion for themselves really begins, with the healing process. I was just curious about that for you.
Totally. I think without self-compassion, I would not be where I am. And I know that that has come up for me so many times as a pattern of being hard on myself or trying to force myself to heal or try to do it faster or try to do it better. Um, I had to learn the self-compassion in those moments. And I think of, everything that we do, whether it's in our heads, in our inner dialogue, or whether it's something physical we're doing for ourselves. Every choice we make is a choice that leads to stress and shows ourselves that we don't matter and we're not safe to be with. Or that, like with self compassion or self love or grace or tenderness, like however I want to parent myself gently. Every choice I make from that perspective to support myself and show myself, I love you, I value you, you are important to me, I'm here for you no matter what, I'm accepting of you. When I show myself those things, that actually communicates to my nervous system. So
Yes,
part of me
yes,
learning to live in a regulated state is living
yes.
with self-compassion.
So, what emotions returned or surfaced as your body started to heal? Was there joy, fear, or of relapse, or any disbelief, like I can't believe it, or
I think all the emotions surfaced in the journey of healing, kind of like in waves, right? Or in like up and down, up and down, up and down. So I would have to feel through, past traumas. I would have
right?
to feel through the reality of the loss that I didn't have this information sooner and how much suffering did I go through seeking these answers, right? Like, oh my gosh, if I would have found this 12 years ago, it would have saved me so much time and money. And probably friendships and life opportunities, right? So being willing to feel through any emotion is actually one of the regulating
Right.
concepts I learned. Like, how can I hold space for whatever is coming up for me, both the negative, quote unquote, and positive?
Yes. Yeah.
And so I noticed that, I used to be in a habit of suppressing my emotions. And so I started kind of with the negative ones because you think those are the ones you suppress. But I noticed I suppressed the positive
The
ones just
positive.
as
Yeah.
much. So I actually had to learn how to feel joy. And when I first became healthy, I didn't believe it. And
Yes.
I did
And
have
the
those,
whole disbelief factor.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, is this really true? And how long is
Yes.
it going to last? And what if I mess it all up? And
Yes.
yeah.
So, how do you now regulate when your body sends stress signals? What does emotional safety feel like inside of
Mm,
you today?
yeah. How I regulate is by first holding space for my feelings and being slowed down enough to recognize it. Oh, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. Oh, okay. I used to just push right through that and, like be intellectually, how do I fix this and keep going and doing all these things? And maybe if I go faster, it'll all get done faster, right? And that's never the case. So it's actually learning to slow down and to take those moments of pausing and to feel what's coming up. And so feeling my feelings is number one. And number two, I actually ask myself and my body and my nervous system, what is the next right thing for me to do? Like, that's it. What do I do right now? What is the next right thing to support myself? What is in my
Mm.
highest and best good? What is the decision that's going to help me go through this and be more at peace? That doesn't mean I emotionally bypass. It just means, okay, I'm overwhelmed. How can I support myself in that experience? If I were my best friend, what advice would I give her, right? And then do that for myself. And so what it feels like now to be able to hold that safe space for myself
Yes.
where I can handle anything and that I know myself as strong and resilient and capable and that I'm here with myself. So it's almost like that self-trust it has been built.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I lost my self-trust along with my
Yes.
body trust, right? And I couldn't trust anybody else either. Like, I built that trust with myself, and I even think to myself when thoughts might come up, "Oh, no, what if this thing happens or what if that thing happens?" Well, I know that I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna show up, and I'm gonna do my best. And I'm gonna actually be mindful through the process, and I'm gonna ask my body these good questions, and I'm gonna make the best decisions that I can, and I know that I will do that. So that gives me a lot of inner peace that nothing can take away because I know how to show up my best, and I know that I'm reliable for it.
So, uh, looking back, what do you now see as the true pivot point, the precise moment when healing became possible for you? What do you identify as that moment? Just generally trying to understand that.
I have thought about this long and hard over the years, and I think it really comes back to the moment in the recliner when because I really just decided an inner choice, and I just decided I'm going to heal. And there was no evidence or proof that that was even possible.
That's it.
Nothing on the outside changed. There were no new practitioners. I just decided I'm doing it. And that is the moment because after the decision was made, my brain could then see every opportunity that it couldn't see before. Like something opened up in my reticular activating system. And all of a sudden, I could see all the things, right? It's like when you buy a new car and you see the car everywhere.
Yes,
That
yes.
same thing happens. So we have to make an inner choice. I am going to heal, and it's outside our comfort zone. And it's usually very unknown what the journey's gonna be. But me being willing to say, I'm not staying where I am, that was the most powerful decision I've ever made in my whole life.
I You have no idea how amazing it is to hear you say this and to have this description from you and how well, again, you have put it. It's exactly what I'm always looking for. And I get so much from hearing this. And this is what I look to have others hear and to inspire them. So I want to thank you for giving that response. It's true to your heart and what you've been doing. It's wonderful. So how has this journey changed how you see yourself, not as a patient, but as a whole human?
Too many things. Feel like this is the gift of a lifetime to get to be myself and to know who that is and to be constantly discovering it. It's
Yeah.
I'm my biggest hobby, and I don't mean that
Yes.
in a egoic way. Like, wow, I actually enjoy being myself. I want to be myself, and I want to live in my life, not because it's a fantasy. It's not, because it's real. And I want to show up and face challenges, and I want to learn and grow through them, and I want to feel everything that comes up in my life. And the ability to navigate life with a sense of peace is, like, priceless. I feel like that's what people are really wanting, and I think that's just a side benefit of becoming inwardly healthy and not just, like, trying to get rid of symptoms, but it's like, "Oh my gosh, like, this is what I wanna give the world," is the ability and freedom to be themselves and the ability to discern what is in the highest good and go do it, and just see all these magical synchronistic things line up in their lives and to acknowledge and like then the next step is that our passions and our purposes and our callings and the things we love start to like get born and expand and grow, and that's just so beautiful. So that's what I want for people. That's what it's like.
Michelle, thank you for sharing your powerful story with us today. Your courage in facing such overwhelming physical, emotional, and mental challenges, and your willingness, really, to speak openly about them is truly extraordinary. It takes a rare kind of strength to turn pain into purpose and to offer your journey as a source of insight, hope, and healing for others. We're deeply that you chose to share this space with us and with our listeners. And we honor the resilience, the vulnerability, and the wisdom that you brought to this conversation. Your story is not only inspiring, it's a gift. I can't thank you enough. I appreciate all that you've offered us and gave us today.
Thank you so much for having me, and you are such
I
a wonderful host.
thank you. Have you ever faced a moment that changed everything? A loss, a new path, or an awakening that forced you to rewrite your life? Pivot Point is a podcast that explores those stories. I'm Nik Michael. We'll dive into how pain can spark growth and how crisis leads to clarity. Subscribe to Pivot Point today.